Well, Johnny, let's move on into our third topic. Usually I'm saying final topic, but we got a jam-packed...
Yeah, we got
Did I mention
today.
we got a jam-packed show today?
No, I don't think you ever mentioned that.
Jam-packed show. We got 4 topics.
I don't think you ever mentioned that.
This is not the last topic. This is just our next topic. The next one is obviously our last one.
Back to Disney.
We're back in the Disney world for a little bit. And what we're looking at is...
Well,
according to...
We were in Disney, now we're Disney Marvel again.
Yeah, Disney Marvel. We're back in our wheelhouse.
Yes.
Our real wheelhouse. Well, Star Wars is...
Real wheelhouse?
Our real wheelhouse. Wow, that's a tongue twister if I ever saw one. But basically, the Wrap.com has reported that Marvel Studios has picked up Blacklist screenwriter Jack Schaefer to write Black Widow, the first solo film featuring the Marvel superhero played since 2010 by Scarlett Johansson, an individual with knowledge of the project, told The Wrap. That's the exact quote. And if I go into, do they have a quote from Schaefer? They do not. I thought they had a quote. If they did, I was obviously going to read it. However,
Johnny,
Johnny,
he loves his quotes.
We had talked about in the past that Taika Waititi wanted to do the Black Widow movie as a comedy. I don't think this will be a comedy. So the first question I will ask you is, obviously we're going to get into what kind of story we'll see, but what should we expect from the Black Widow movie?
I'm excited that they're finally planning one out because, I mean, there's a few ways we can go about it. I know we've talked about it in another podcast, but we'll just go over it again.
Yep.
Since that's the thing. I mean, and it's not going to be a comedy because that's what we were talking about with that one.
It's not. And the reason why I just want to cut you off really quick, that it's not going to be a comedy, is I've never watched the show, but I know the show very well. The Blacklist with Jason Spader. James Spader.
James Spader is what you said was the actor.
Yeah, James Spader. I couldn't remember if it was Jason or James.
James
Spader, basically Ultron.
Yeah.
That show's a drama action thriller. More crime drama, but still drama action thriller. If Schaefer's writing the screenplay, expect it to be similar to that. It's going to have drama, it's going to have action, it's going to be a thriller. That's what I expect from the Black Widow movie.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that because that's her kind of background. And with ScarJo, I just wonder if we're going to like get an origin story because let's put it this way.
I would love it. Tell me how she became an agent.
No, let's put it this way.
Take me through that dark past.
It's going to be Phase 4. Phase 4 said there's not going to be like a continuity thing much anymore, other than like we're going to have cosmic.
Just going to have good stories.
Yeah, exactly. No one's going to necessarily. We're probably going to tie people in a sense, but loosely. It's not going to be this long storyline.
Yeah,
necessarily. That's what they were saying. But what would be great with that is we get either a Black Widow origin story. Or just hear me out. It doesn't have to be the actual origin story. It's the, like you said, becoming an agent story.
I'm thinking.
Or Budapest.
I
want Budapest.
That would be awesome if we got. I was thinking if we can get her and Hawkeye team up buddy cop movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Which would basically be Budapest.
Yeah,
which they've referenced before.
Yes,
in past movies.
You and I remember Budapest very differently.
I don't think they would do that though, only because I think they would want to keep Black Widow in her own solo movie.
Yeah, no,
and not have her either any spotlight taken away by Hawkeye.
With what we gather from the other, you really gonna think Hawkeye's gonna take the spotlight away from her?
I mean, there are probably some people that like Hawkeye better than Black Widow. I might be one of them. I would prefer Hawkeye, yeah.
Okay, anyways.
I'm sorry, I like Renner. He's awesome.
I didn't say he's not.
Yeah. Did you see him in Age of Ultron, man? Those jokes he was...
Oh, yeah, those were great. Anyways.
I could kill you right now and no one would notice.
Oh, man, Ultron just sat on him. It's a shame, really. Yeah. But anyways, back to the actual thing. You're going to need Renner for the other one, too. Yeah. For the becoming an agent, because in the Marvel universe, it's stated that I didn't take her out like I was supposed to. Instead, kind of like converted her into an agent.
Yeah, and the thing that
you'll still need him in there.
The thing that I really want to do, like what I'm thinking is, I just want it to be, because I think of what I've seen on TV from the Blacklist. although I haven't watched it. I probably should.
Yeah.
But I want it to be darker, and also I want to dive into that Russian trauma that she had. What made her what she was? Like, we got a little piece of it, and I think it wasn't Civil War. I think it was
Age of Ultron.
Age of Ultron.
Where she had the Scarlet Witch did that thing to her head.
Yeah, we got a little piece of what's going on up here.
The Red Room.
I want to know about that. I want to dive into that. Well, into that trauma for Black Widow.
We can get that, but I don't think we're going to get ScarJo to act for that or for a chunk of it, because the Red Room starts her as a kid.
Okay,
so it's going to be
maybe right after the Red Room. Then.
Well,
you know
what
I'm saying? Give me that early Black Widow where it's like she was that before she's even in S.H.I.E.L.D., before she even meets Jeremy Renner or Hawkeye.
Would be cool if here's my layout for the for the movie. We have a brief introduction with her as a kid and starting off in the Red Room. Little training things here and there, kind of a montage in a sense, but let's not go with the cheesy 80s montage. We're gonna need a montage. Anyways, no, we go through like a kind of a montage-ish thing there, and then go to like trying so we can get quickly to her as an adult at Red Room ending there. Her training's complete, blah blah blah, and then maybe have her on something with a main mission of that.
I'm looking here
on the becoming an agent storyline.
Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to play a game here. No. I got an article from sci-fi.com.
Okay.
They basically have an article that's 7 classic stories that the Black Widow movie could possibly use.
Okay.
We're going to play the game right here. I'm going to pitch the story to you. You give we give our thoughts on would we want them to use this or not.
Okay.
The first one is Black Widow, the Itsy Bitsy Spider. And this was the story for it. It introduced Yelena Barlova, a young spy who was determined to take the title of Black Widow from Natasha Romanoff. The conflict between the two Black Widows plays out against the backdrop of a mission with border implications for the Marvel Universe. This one is such an important chapter for Natasha that it seems like an obvious choice, blah, 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 blah.
I think it would be...
Basically, someone's trying to take the Black Widow title from her, and there's a mission that she's on also.
That would be a good one because you could tie it in as eventually that girl is part of her mission. But the thing with that is you could have it where it's ScarJo, it's present day, and it could just be... basically, like it says, a kind of fight for the Black Widow title.
I'm intrigued with this next one.
Okay.
And it's called Black Widow Web of Intrigue. I'm intrigued with this one. But basically, the way they start out is, can Black Widow pull off a James Bond style adventure? I would love to see it. Let's find out. It's a very 80s storyline that would have to be updated for the big screen and for the current state of the MCU, since the movies have yet to acknowledge the return of S.H.I.E.L.D. on the TV side. The short recap of this story is that Natasha is targeted by 6 world-class assassins to keep her out of the way while her doppelganger plots to kill Nick Fury. That's actually the perfect reason to keep Natasha's fellow Avengers from helping her. What if it's this? What if it's not Nick Fury? And it's basically a James Bond style adventure where all these assassins are trying to kill her, and then there's a doppelganger for Natasha who's trying to kill Captain America.
Infiltrate the Avengers?
Infiltrate the Avengers. That could also work too.
Yeah. It said something about her being on a mission, right?
It just said 6 worlds, keep her out of the way. So she's dealing with the assassins.
It's 6 assassins keeping her out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The doppelganger then tries to kill Nick Fury.
No, because I was trying. I thought there was like a mission in between there too mentioned.
No, not in this one.
Because I was gonna say, to tie that all in, maybe this doppelganger is like kind of outed this Black Widow as the fake, and she has to actually go to find Nick Fury, because didn't he kind kind of just no. He came back at
Yeah, he was back.
No, he disappeared at the end of Winter Soldier, right?
Did he?
I thought he did.
I don't. You know what? Honestly,
no, he came back in Age of Ultron.
I don't remember seeing Nick Fury in a long time.
I
don't remember seeing him in quite some time.
No, because he came back in Age of Ultron. Never mind.
This is why we should just marathon the movies, bro. We should just marathon all of them.
Let's go right now.
The next one, I don't know if they're gonna. I'm gonna skip over it only because we're talking solo movie.
Yeah,
we're not talking team up, but they did mention Hawkeye and Mockingbird / Black Widow. It's called Widowmaker. They also have Black Widow Kiss or Kill. And Kiss or Kill, writer-artist crafted a tale in which Natasha is framed for the murder of a United States senator. In addition to dealing with the CIA and a batch of superhuman assassins, Natasha also has to contend with the senator's son, who desperately wants to expose her as her father's killer. It's a very tight, self-contained adventure. This could be perfect because you know who the senator could be? The guy from Civil War with the Registration Act.
That wasn't a senator, though.
That was Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah.
What if it's... Oh, I'm trying to think.
What about the senator that's always given Tony Stark a hard time?
Yes.
The one that's kind of part of Hydra?
That could work.
Yeah.
What if it's one of those? Well, I wouldn't say part of Hydra.
Was part of Hydra.
Yeah. But this one, this one and The Web of Intrigue are my favorite
so far. Yeah.
Like, I would love a story to where, because that's the great part about some of these stories is, I want to know a little bit about the Red Room. These are making me forget about it, though. Like, and that's one thing I'll bring up right now. Do we need an origin story from Black Widow?
Not necessarily, but I would love to see something about the Red Room.
Like, do we need
do we need it? No.
Because
we know who she is.
This is just a comic book thing in general with movies. When you start out with a character and you do their first solo movie, does that first solo movie have to be an origin? I mean, look at Spider-Man Homecoming, where
it wasn't an origin.
We knew, Spider-Man's here.
We've had that storyline crammed down our throats at this point.
It's kind of like Batman. How many times do I have to see his parents die? How many times do I have to see Bruce Wayne lose his parents? I get the deal. His parents died. Now, the only good thing about that in BVS was that we get Jeffrey Dean. We get Jeffrey Dean Morgan
multiply by
as
7.
Thomas Wayne, which sets him up to hopefully be Thomas Wayne in
Divide
Flashpoint.
by 6.
You got your answer?
No, I'm still. There's a lot more
tricky.
math I need to do.
You want to know the next story that they have out? The name for it: Black Widow, Homecoming. What if they? Yes, we already had Spider-Man Homecoming. Black Widow Homecoming. That's the name of the movie.
I don't think we're going with that name.
No, I don't think so either. But in this one, offers a darker. This one I could see because it's a darker story. A darker, almost Jason Bourne-like take on Black Widow as she briefly retires from the spy game, which I could see because she's been doing this for a while.
Yeah, I'm done with it.
Before an attempt on her life forces her to go back to the one place she has desperately wanted to avoid, Russia. This is it. This is my favorite. This is it. We done it. We found it.
We get the Red Room back.
Like, come on. This is the one. This is the perfect. Like, I'm not even fully through it. We're basically behind this story. It's one of the most brutal Black Widow tales that Marvel has ever weaved. If this was ever made into a movie, it would probably earn a rated R rating. Here's what I love, Johnny. They sold me on this one, and I've got 2 more to read. They sold me because it's dark. She's already been doing this for a while. We're gonna get
Jason Bourne-esque, like you said.
I could care less about that. I mean, James Bond, Jason Bourne.
James Bond and Jason Bourne have 2 very different feelings.
No, I know. I'm saying, give me either or, and I'll be happy.
Yeah, but
like, I'm not sitting on that fact and being that's the deal breaker.
I'm saying more so with Black Widow. I feel
would be more of a Jason Bourne.
Lean towards the Jason Bourne style.
Here's what I love about it, though. Chris Evans probably going to be gone.
Yeah.
Tony Stark probably going to be gone.
Yeah.
Well, not Robert Downey. Tony Stark probably going to be gone. Because
contracts are up too.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay.
The Cap we know is going to be gone. It's probably going to be Bucky or Falcon. Iron Man's going to be gone. If they want to bring back Iron Man, they're probably going to bring back, what's her name? Riri Williams? That's the one in the comics right now, the female Iron Man that we have.
I think so, yeah.
What's not to say that we tell a story of Black Widow where it's like, hey, all of the people that I got in this with
are gone.
So I'm getting out of the spy game. Like, basically a very Lethal Weapon style of, and I would love for Black Widow to just be there and go, man, I'm getting too old for this shit. Getting too old for this shit. And so she leaves, has to be drawn back in, and she has to go back to the one place she doesn't want to go. She has to face her past, the one that we saw in that vision from Scarlet Witch.
True. Very true.
This is my favorite, like, so far. Like, it brings back everything. The ending of a Black Widow character. It brings in the tie of something that we've already seen in an MCU movie. Final two, we've got Black Widow, S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Most Wanted. This was the most recent Black Widow story. Let's see. Incredible Tale. Sequences. I'm trying to look for an exact plot. It doesn't have one. And then basically Black Widow, Name of the Rose, which is yet another story in which Natasha is framed as a traitor, kind of a common theme with the spy game.
Seems like it.
By enemies outside the government. But what makes Name of the Rose stand out is that Majori Liu and Daniel Acuna incorporate many of Natasha's closest allies, like Iron Man and Wolverine. That could be interesting if we want to put X-Men in this. In the race to clear her name, Black Widow's side of the story could easily work on its own, but considering the recent Disney-Fox deal, getting Wolverine to appear in a Black Widow movie isn't as far-fetched as the idea used to be. Out of the 7, my favorite's still Homecoming. I would say my favorite is Homecoming. Well, yeah, I'm talking about the no, comic. I would say if I had to pick 2 that I'm incorporating stories with, maybe Homecoming kind of tied in with, I'm going to say Homecoming tied in with Itsy Bitsy Spider. Because you have she's out of the game. She gets drawn back in. How does she get drawn back in? There's a different agent that wants to take that from her.
The title.
And the only way, let's say the agency that like started everything is like, you can only have the title when she's dead.
Yeah.
So that's what draws her back into the game. Guess where she has to go back to? Russia. She has to tie that bow up in a nice, tie that present up in a nice little bow.
Like most comic book movies, we take from multiple sources. Anyways,
that's what I'm saying.
We can have both, but you can also have that one that you were talking about. The last one was
Intrigue.
The last one was the Web of
Name of the Rose.
Yeah, but that's a frame up one, right?
Yeah, she's framed, and then Iron Man and Wolverine have to help clear her name.
I mean, well, we
that
don't have
one I
Iron
don't
Man.
see because I think Robert Downey's done.
Well, but to tie, I mean, if they want to tie in the X-Men to the Marvel Universe more,
they could just do Wolverine on his own.
They could
or do they change it and put X-23 in there? I don't think they do that, but it's a possibility.
Because Wolverine instead of Iron Man.
The thing is, Wolverine. I don't know when they want to pull that bullet and or pull that trigger. I should have pulled that bullet. Pull that trigger and say, yeah, we're gonna recast Wolverine.
Yeah.
Sorry, Hugh, your time has been greatly up for some time now. But yeah, I would
just offer him more money. You have it, Disney.
Me on my own, I would take Homecoming.
Those two,
and It's a Bitsy Spider.
I was trying to see if I can get that last one to tie in, but I realized with having a frame-up movie, it's not going to work.
Web of Intrigue could work, though, a little bit, because that's the one where 6 assassins are coming after her. I wonder if 6 is too much. It wouldn't be exactly 6, but you know what I mean, more than that one person. I think that you could tie in Itsy Bitsy Spider and Homecoming because you can have that agent that comes after her be from Russia.
Yeah.
And that's what forces her back to go to the place she doesn't want to go.
It's either tie in those two, or you can tie in, and this is just me trying to like find them a way to get the X-Men in there, because you don't even have to have Iron Man or Wolverine.
This is probably going to come out like 2020, probably.
Yeah, maybe. If then. I mean,
let me see. Marvel hasn't set a date for Black Widow film yet. The studio has a full slate of projects dated through 2019. Infinity War Part 2, which is also likely to feature Black Widow. But Marvel chief Kevin Feige said in 2016 that the studio and parent company Disney are committing to giving the character her own movie and possible franchise.
Well, the other one I was going to say is, I don't remember where in the list it was, but that last one,
Name of the Rose,
which is she gets framed and someone has to help clear her name, tied in with that Senator's Son one, and that's the one with the 6 assassins. The
Senator's Son one was Kiss or Kill.
And that would be the one with the 6 assassins as well, right?
No, that's the one where, so she is framed for murdering the senator, then she has to deal with CIA and a batch of superhuman assassins.
There we go. Superhuman assassins, tied in with someone who's also superhuman to help her out.
And the assassin's son also, or the
senator's son. And that's more of a not a physical, but a more of a what word am I looking for? Emotional, mental.
Kind of, it's not that, hey, I'm going to punch you in the face. It's more mind games.
Yeah, it's more mind games of, hey, don't do this. I didn't actually kill your father. And then, I mean...
Or the senator's son trying to play chess pieces to kill her.
with the superhuman assassins. And then I think that would be great. Those two could be tied in together, too. It'd be cool.
They could.
And then that gives you a kind of, not an out, but a way to tie in some other superhuman in there we don't have yet.
I'll be completely honest about this movie. Yeah. When you and I talked about it many moons ago, about could it be a comedy? I was not excited. Like, I had the same mindset for this movie that you and I talked about Kitty Pryde earlier.
Really?
I was just like, I'm not going to be excited for this. Like, a Black Widow movie? I ain't going to care about Black Widow. She's a secondary character to me. Like, I wasn't really buying into it. Now that we look at this, see some other stories of it, if we know it's going to happen, I'm buying in a little. Disney's getting me to buy in a little bit now that I'm starting to concoct
at some point, Disney's
theories.
going to find a way to get you to buy in anyways.
Yeah, no, they are. That's what they do. The mouse gets you to buy in, usually all the time. Let's turn on to you guys, get your money. What do you guys think down below? What kind of any Black Widow story we didn't mention that you think should be tied in to the Black Widow solo movie? You guys let us know what you guys think down below in that comment section.